Okay, these are the examples I'm going to make for you guys when you're studying for Chapter 4. And the first section here deals with inverse variation. And what we have in this section is a case where the x times the y should be constant. So if you look in the first column here, you have both an x and a y. And if you multiply those, you end up with 6 times 4.5 is 27. That means we have to keep that constant all the way through the problem. It's no matter which x and y pair, they should multiply to be the same value. And then this opens up the rest of it. Negative 9 times what number would give 27? That would be negative 3. You can get that by taking your 27 divided by the negative 9. So we'll do that here. 27 divided by 2.7 gives 10. And 27 divided by 108 gives 0.25. So that's how you fill that chart in. Okay, there's a different type of problem down here. Looks like I got to fill something in I forgot to do here. So you'll notice that these numbers aren't the same as yours. These are examples. Okay, so to start with, we know that the x and y has to be constant. So when you multiply x times y, you should get the same number every time. And they give us this pair. So we'll multiply those together. 48 times negative 1/3. And that turns out to be negative 16. So if you look at the directions, that's what we're supposed to do first, is find that constant. So we'll write that in the first slot here. The constant is negative 16. Then you plug that into the formula, and the formula always looks like this. Y equals k over x. And since we know the k value here is negative 16, we get our equation y equals negative 16 over x. All right, so we bring that over on this side here, and we're going to plug in the x value they gave us down here of 20. And so we're going to put a 20 where it says x. Dividing gives you negative 0.8. And so now you know the value of y when x is 20. So that pattern will be repeated with some less convenient numbers on the next one. So we take our x and y that they give us, multiply them together, and that'll tell us what k is. X times y is k. X is 4 in this case. Y is negative 5. When you multiply those, you get a k value of negative 20. So that's our first slot here. You're supposed to write the constant. Then you come over here and copy the equation. It's always the same format. Y is k over x. So now we put in the k that we now know. And that's your equation, negative 20 over x. And then we use that equation to find the value of x when y is 13. So let me write the equation. I'll put a negative 13 for the y. And if you put this over 1 here, you can see you got a proportion. So we'll cross multiply in the downhill direction first. And then 1 times negative 20 in the other direction. Divide both sides by negative 13 here. And other than crossing out the negative signs, we're done. Negative over negative is positive. So 20/13 is the value of x when y is equal to negative 13. Okay, to finish the page, we have a parent function of 9 over x given to us. And we want to translate this 5 units to the left and 8 units down. So first of all, the parent function is 9 over x. We'll add 5 to it, which moves it to the left. And then we'll subtract 8 on the end down here, which moves it down. Here's another version of the same skills, except I have this extra one reflected over the x-axis. So let me write the parent function down. There's the parent function, 9 over x, reflected over the x-axis. Translate it 3 units to the right. Notice the sign change there. and then up 4 units. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for page 1 of your review.